Guys, in this video, we are going to look at how to install Material UI into your React applications. So I'm going to create a new React application and then we are going to see how to install Material UI and start using all the components from Material UI into your fresh React application. So to create a new React application, I'll run a command npx create React app and we are going to name this app as test app. So this will create a new React application into our folder. So our fresh React application is created in our folder now. I'm going to open that folder where I created my React application. And we are going to open this folder in Visual Studio Code. So here I'm going to open a new terminal back again. And we are going to run this app by npm start. So guys, our React application is running on our localhost 3000 now. So the next step we are going to do in this React application is to install Material UI and see what commands we need to run to install Material UI. And then we are going to try and import some components from Material UI and try to use it in our application to test it. So for that, I'll go to a new tab and I'll type Material UI install. And here on the first link, I'm going to find a command to install Material UI into my React application. Here is a button to copy this command. I'll just copy it from here and go back to my code, which is my test app. So it's already running on localhost 3000. I'm going to open a new terminal and paste the command that I copied from the browser and press enter. So now Material UI has been installed into this application, but there are some additional steps that we need to do to make sure all the installations are complete before we start using Material UI. So we'll go back to that link again where we found the command to install Material UI. So sometimes in the React applications we also use styled components. So we are going to copy and run this command as well, just to make sure we have everything in our React application we need to start building with Material UI. So I'm going to install it by pressing enter. So we got Material UI installed and we also have styled components. Let's go back to the link again and see if we are missing something. So I'm going to scroll a little bit down and here is a command to install icons, because many times while building with Material UI we will also be using Material UI icons. So this is the third command that we need to run to complete the installation, and this is going to be the last one. So I'm going to run this command here and press enter. Now we have successfully installed all the modules from Material UI that we are going to need, and we can go to package.json and expand it a little bit and see in the dependencies. We should be able to see all the packages that we have installed related to Material UI. So all the installations are done now. So now we just have to test if everything is working fine in this application, and we should be able to use Material UI now. So to test this, I'm going to go to my app.js. I'll delete all the default code here and say hello world and save it, and we'll go back to the browser and see our React application with the hello world running on localhost 3000. So to test Material UI installation, I'm going to go to the same link in the components and let's try and import any of the component from this Material UI library. And if we are able to successfully import it there, that means it's working fine. So we are going to pick a button that we are going to import into our application. So here you can see that they have some code where we can use these three kinds of buttons. So I'm going to expand this code, and what I'll do is I'll just copy this entire thing from here, go back to my application, and under the source I'm going to create a new file that is materialui.js. I'm going to paste it here. So we have some imports here, that is some buttons coming from Material UI. Now we are going to use this component and try to use it in our app by importing it here. So I'm going to import basic buttons from Material UI, and I'm going to replace this hello world with basic buttons with a self-closing tag. I'm going to save it. Let's go back to the browser and see if we are able to see these basic buttons on our browser. So here in the React app, you can see that we have all the buttons imported from Material UI. That means our installation is working fine. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.